Welcome to this brief Qigong practice. We're going to focus on de-stressing, recharging, and processing some of those tricky, uncomfortable emotions. So we're beginning with our legs open a little bit more than hips width distance, slight bend in the knees, and we're just breathing at first. Taking really deep breaths, deeper breaths than you probably have taken all day. Through the nose, breathe in and fill the lungs, fill the belly with this fresh air. Feel the belly expand and exhale back out the nose. And continue breathing deeply like this and take care of yourself during this practice. If you need a break, pause the video, take a break. If you want to repeat forms, keep doing so. Just remember to breathe deeply and ground down into the earth, extend the spine up into the sky. So thank you so much for practicing. My name is Sifu Love, the queer avatar, and let's get started. Arms up, 3 descending ha's. Ha. Bring the arms up on an inhale, exhale, ha. Sending that vibration through the body, clearing any stuckness. Exhale. Ha. Good. So we're going to begin the very first form, Divine Wood. Hands go to the knees and you drag the hands up the front of the legs, up toward the belly and the liver, and circle, 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 warming that area of the body. Drag the hands down off the knees, and the arms climb slowly up toward the sky. They gently fall right back onto the knees, and we repeat Divine Wood, dragging the hands up, sending that warmth, that energy toward the liver and the belly as we circle, circle, circle. And on our exhale, we drag the hands down off of the knees, releasing anything that's stuck in that area, and they rise with a sense of hope. The hands come down, and it's refueling. We're bringing that energy, that new energy into the belly. We refuel, we fill, circle and warm, and exhale. Whatever you don't need, whatever you're releasing, exhale it out through the knees into the earth. And the hands rise steadily and slowly. And come back down. When we're dragging up the knees here, we're bringing that fresh energy, that sunlight, into the liver. The liver is where we process anger, envy, and jealousy. And as we allow those things to leave our body, we rise and we gather the sunlight and bring in hope and joy. What does that feel like to bring in those rays of that through the legs into the liver, refueling the liver? Giving it its energy, its courage to continue to process everything it needs to release, and refueling, gathering and gathering more and more of that energy, more of that sunlight, that joy, bringing hope back into the liver, and circle, and you should feel that warmth start to move through the body and out the knees. And so this practice is very much imaginative. So you're imagining these colors, imagining these sensations going through the body, and then just embracing it. Noticing what images come up, what thoughts come up. Don't have to linger on them, just move through. Exhale, hands trace off the knees. They climb up, up, up. Reaching higher than before. Grabbing a new ray of sunlight, maybe a star, and bringing that energy up through the knees, up to the belly and the liver, and circle, and giving it that warmth, that nice, fresh energy as we release down, off the knees, just like that, yes. Arms traveling up toward the sky. Coming up to our last time, bringing that energy to the belly and the liver. We circle, feel that warmth, and then we rest the hands there in our quiescence. pausing here, enjoying the fresh air, enjoying the deep breaths, letting those energies coalesce and settle. So next we have Divine Fire. This is quick, so we don't do too many of them. Pinkies inward, sliding down the inner parts of the leg. Hands climb up, coming up on the tippy toes, reaching toward the sky, getting ready for the back of the hands to slide down the center of the body, sticking the tongue out, HA, as you go down. Pinkies slide down the inner part of the legs again, climbing up, reaching toward the sun, bringing the heat down through the center line of the body. HA, tongue out, breath as you push down, turn, and we're going to reach up super, super high to the point where you feel like you might fall. Reach beyond that point and go down. And if you do fall, it's okay. Find your stance again, find your position. Back of the hands come in as you reach all the way up, up, up. Fire is an element about risk and about passion, so you want to go beyond what you think you're capable of. Go outside of your comfort zone as you do Divine Fire. You're extending beyond the confines of the body, reaching, pulling every ounce of sunlight and heat down through the body, and just noticing when you lose your stance. Find your stance again, and pushing out, 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 out. Reaching up, catching yourself if you fall. Inner parts of the hands facing inward, turning and pushing out, 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 out. The reason we stick the tongue out is to dispel any excess heat that we're taking in, and this channeling through with the hands is to create that space for fire to move in. So reaching up and making this the last one, grabbing the rays of sun coming through the center of the body, swallowing the heat, the sun, beaming that down through. Pinkies slide to the inside of the body, reaching up and bringing the hands back to the center, distilling all that energy in quiescence. Enjoying that stillness as we begin to move into Divine Earth. Divine Earth is a very stable and rooted movement, so we're going to put the right hand up and the left hand's going to be down at the bottom. We're going to push over toward the left, and we're going to slightly turn at the waist. Switch the hands, and we're going to turn over to the right. Switch the hands again, and the switch is like you're hovering over a ball of energy that you're pushing from side to side. And the twist here should be slight, but should be strong. So you should feel the twist inside of the body, around the waist. Really feel like you're opening up space in between the spine. The quality of earth is really about stability, it's about care, and it's also about how we navigate suffering. So we always find that center line in the body and we twist outward. We're slowly making space. We're opening up capacity for the self to take in more energy as we keep turning slowly side to side. This is a form you don't want to rush, and you want to really feel that subtle, careful movement of going side to side. Again, when we instill these elements into the body, we give ourselves the opportunities to practice these virtues. So how can you move in a way that demonstrates care for yourself and you're opening yourself up to accepting more energy? One of the notions of suffering is you're not allowing energy to come inwards. And so this movement opens up the body, creates more space for energy to come in, which is settling, which is calming, which makes you feel cared for and comforted. So continuing to do this very subtle, slight movement, but it's very powerful. You can feel an opening happen within the belly to the waist and the upper part of the torso. Twisting. We come to our transition point. So finishing up on the right side, gathering that ball of energy, holding that ball of energy for a second, letting it expand and come in, and bringing the hands back toward the body, pausing here in that quiescent, quiet state. Letting the energy settle, feel that openness that you just created. Moving into divine metal, arms come up behind the body. Push forward as if you're pushing forward a strong ball. Forward, 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 push. Relax, the hands are going to float up above the head. Come back from behind. This is a strong exhale with a tiger claw. Push, push, push. You're exhaling anything stuck in the lungs, and then you relax. Arms come up, inhale, push out with that exhale, ha sound. You can make these audible, you can make them loud, you can make them soft. The key is to take that really big inhale as the hands and arms come up, and that really strong exhale as you push out. Metal is the element that deals with things like grief, deal with self-love, deal with solitude. And so as we exhale out, we're exhaling out any areas of the body that's stuck, that we haven't felt grief, or we haven't allowed ourselves to feel grief. And then we're inhaling all this fresh air to fill our body with love and care. And we're exhaling out anything that's stuck, anything that's causing us to not be able to breathe deeply. So continuing this, you can even switch the way that you push the air out. So it can be a strong exhale. It could be fast, it could be slow. See what feels good for you in this moment. The key is the transition between the softness to the stern, hard tiger claws. You push out. This will be a fast push. Ha! Relax. Coming up. Bring it around. Hands come from behind the body. Strong push out. Ha! Relax as we transition. Bringing the hands to the belly again, finding that quiescent state. Here, really giving yourself that chance for the energies to settle. As we move into divine water, the final part of the divine five, we're going to turn the hands, let a drip of waterfall come down over the body. Hands go all the way down to the ground. They climb up the back of the legs, go to the kidneys, tap the kidneys. Hands come forward, creating a little cradle, going side to side like you're in the water. You're floating in the water, you're going side to side. Turn the hands again. Arch the back, let the water wash everything over the body as you go all the way down to the toes, pulling up that fresh, healing, beautiful, glowing water to the kidneys. Tap it into the kidneys, bringing the hands forward, creating that little arch as you start to sway side to side to side. The key here is to stay in this idea that you're in the water, you're floating in the water, you've become the water. Turn the hands, your little wave, water washing you over as you go all the way down to the toes, making sure to tap the toes, go behind the legs, climbing up, 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 tap the kidneys, hands coming in front, creating that arch like a little cave, and you're like the water swing side to side to side. As you get ready to turn, arch the back, hands coming up and over. So water deals with things like fear, deals with things like forgiveness. So how can you move in a way where you're not fearful of the way the water is coming through the body, fearful of yourself becoming like the water? Turn to the side so you can see it from this angle, going side to side. Turning the hands with that big arch in the back as if a bucket of water was washing over you. Hands climbing up the back of the legs. You see I'm about to tap the kidneys. Light tap, not a difficult tap, not a hard tap. Create that nice curvature in the back. Get that cave-like motion, and you find your erectness as you go sway side to side to side. Again, being in that state of water. Water is like creating this idea of washing anew, moving through fear, finding the potential for forgiveness and surrender. How can you surrender to the different kinds of waves that are coming in through this movement? What kind of water do you imagine yourself in as you're going through this movement? Swing side to side. Then making this the last one that we do. Arms come all the way up, up, up. Getting to the toes, climbing up the back of the body, tapping the kidneys. Nice, good tap here. Arch the back, sway side to side to side. And finding that fluidity, finding where there's tension and stuckness in the body and introducing fluidity to those areas. Grabbing, putting the hands back to the belly, and we stand here in quiescence for just a second. Ending our practice with 3 descending ha's. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, ha. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, ha. Feeling the vibration move through you, pushing everything out. Inhale, ha. Good. Coming back to our quiescent position. Can stay here for however long you like. Enjoy the fresh air. Take notice of how your mind, body, emotions have shifted. Thank you so very much for practicing. Comment below. Let us know how it went for you. And I will see you next time I see you. Take care.